Prince William is breaking his silence about the death of his grandfather, Prince Philip. The 38-year-old took to Instagram to share a cute photo of the Duke of Edinburgh and Prince George riding on a horse and buggy. He penned a heartfelt tribute writing in part, "My grandfather's century of life was defined by service to his country and Commonwealth, to his wife and queen, and to our family." William continued saying that he's grateful that Kate Middleton had many years to get to know his grandfather. "I feel lucky to have not just had his example to guide me, but his enduring presence well into my own adult life, both through good times and the hardest days. I will always be grateful that my wife had so many years to get to know my grandfather, and for the kindness he showed her. I will never take for granted the special memories my children will always have of their great-grandpa coming to collect them in his carriage, and seeing for themselves his infectious sense of adventure as well as his mischievous sense of humor." The post concludes saying that William and Kate will continue to support Queen Elizabeth. "My grandfather was an extraordinary man and part of an extraordinary generation. Catherine and I will continue to do what he would have wanted and will support the Queen in the years ahead. I will miss my grandpa, but I know he would want us to get on with the job." Buckingham Palace announced on Friday that Prince Philip had passed away at the age of 99. Access Hollywood recently chatted with royal expert Charlie Langston about his passing and how it's affecting other members of the royal family.
I think that this will absolutely be a pivotal moment for the royal family insofar as moving past all of the tension and the upset that occurred in the wake of Megxit, and specifically in the wake of all of the allegations that were made during the Oprah interview. We already knew that Prince Harry was planning to return to the UK for the unveiling of a statue that has been created in honor of his mother Diana, and sources had told us that he and William had prepared fully to put their differences aside in order to prioritize the importance of that moment and to prioritize the legacy of their mother. This is an even more important moment, I think, right now, because Harry will not only want to set aside his differences in order to process his own grief, he will also want to do so because he wants to be there for his grandmother. No matter what has happened in the past, no matter what this family has been through, the most important thing right now is for them to come together as a family to mourn the loss of an incredibly important patriarch. Prince Philip was a very stoic member of the royal family. He was at times a controversial member of the royal family. But first and foremost, he was a wonderfully dedicated husband, father, grandfather, great-grandfather. And that is how Harry and his relatives will be mourning him. So anything that has gone down, any comments that have been made, any allegations that have been aired in public, while those certainly will not disappear and will need to be dealt with at some point in the future, the loss of such an incredible person really does put those things into perspective, and kind of, it doesn't necessarily take away their significance altogether, but what it does is make everyone within the royal family realize that that is not the most important thing to be dealing with right now. The most important thing is that Harry is able to get back to the UK and that he is able to be there with his family while they mourn such an incredible loss.